anger. It's an emotion we all know too well. We often blame it on the world around us. I got angry because of you. You said something harsh. They made a mess, so I lost my temper. It's easy to point fingers, to shift responsibility. But what if I told you that anger doesn't come from outside? What if I told you that anger is already within you? Modern society often entertains anger, even glorifies it. We see it in movies, in sports, in politics. But here's the truth. Anger is poisonous. It harms not just others, but most of all, ourselves. And the real source of anger? It's not out there. It's inside us. Anger doesn't just erupt out of nowhere. It grows from a seed within us. And it's not a simple seed. It's complex, fed by other mental states, frustration, expectations, attachments, and desires. In Buddhist teachings, anger is called dwesha, one of the 3 poisonous mental states known as kleshas. The other 2 are moha, ignorance or delusion, and lobha, greed or desire. Think of it this way. Anger is like an outer covering we experience daily. It relies on frustration, which comes from unmet expectations. And those expectations, they're tied to our sense of entitlement and our attachments. All of this is nurtured by moha, wrong thoughts, and lobha, our desires and greed. The world constantly tests us with situations, but how we respond depends on the size of the seed of anger within us. If the seed is mature, even a small trigger can make it erupt. If the seed is small, it takes more to provoke us. And if there's no seed at all, anger never arises. Let me share a story to illustrate this. Once, the Buddha was staying near Rajagaha. A Brahmin, known as the reviler, was angry because a member of his clan had become a monk under the Buddha. Furious, he went to the Buddha and began to insult him with harsh words. The Buddha listened quietly. Then he asked, "Brahman, do you sometimes receive guests?" The Brahmin replied, "Yes, I do." The Buddha continued, "And do you offer them food and a place to rest?" "Yes," said the Brahmin. "But what if they refuse your offerings? To whom do they belong then?" The Brahmin thought for a moment and said, "If they refuse, the offerings remain with me." The Buddha then said, "It is the same with your anger. You revile me, but I do not accept it, so your anger remains with you." The Buddha concluded, "Whence should wrath rise for him who is void of wrath, holds on the even tenor of his way, self-tamed, serene, by highest insight free." Anger is not just a simple emotion. It needs to be handled with care, like a mother caring for her baby. Suppressing anger is risky. Instead, we must learn to observe it mindfully, to understand its roots. So how do we handle anger? First, we must recognize it's within us. Then we observe it without judgment. We understand its causes, our expectations, attachments, and frustrations, and slowly we let it go. Dear friends, anger is not given to us by others. It grows from within, and with mindfulness, we can transform it. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll explore how to handle anger with care. Until then, stay tuned to find best within you.